What's happening, sports fans? Welcome to the playoffs. I guess the playoffs have been going for a little bit now. I do want to give a quick shout out before we get going any further to the championships that happened this weekend with girls tennis. The team tennis championships all being decided. Canyon Crest retains their open division championship run. We're going to get, though, to football championships on this video. Before we get there, though, let's do a quick word from our sponsors, the U.S. Army. Thank you again to the U.S. Army, guys. On to Division II. If you are here for any news, though, about Granite Hills, Christian, Ramona, or Central Union, you're out of luck because those four teams have buys and are moving on.
Wait a week.
Wait a week. Come back to our next podcast. Hit the subscribe button, and we promise you will get updated with it. That will be Tommy Morris's most likely significant contribution to this podcast. You might also be able to provide thumbs up, thumbs down for anything you want, Tommy. You're more than welcome to. You don't have to. I will also say that no matter what, I'm biased as hell too, because my La Jolla Vikings are in this and they've got a home seat. They got a chance, despite the fact that Granite Hills just beat Helix, and that doesn't scare anybody in this bracket. First one, though, we got La Jolla and SFC in the battle of indistinguishably red, white, and black schools. La Jolla at home. SFC just played there last week because they're playing Bishops. So maybe not home field advantage. I don't know. It seems like this is a pretty nice, even matchup. Let's start with you, Bodie De Silva. Your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I think I like La Jolla in this one. Santa Fe.
Oh, Christian, yeah, you do.
It was not the normal year we've seen out of them. And look, when you're going to be at a smaller private school, you're going to have some peaks and valleys going amongst years, because you may run the same system, but you're not going to have consistently the same guys in with an enrollment that way. And I think La Jolla, I saw them in week 1 against Bishops, and they've certainly made some improvements since then and have gotten better along the way. So I like them to hold their own at home here in week 1.
I think it's going to come down to special teams on this one, and the La Jolla special teams are going to end up winning this one with field position and maybe a nice field goal or like a fake punt or something like that could be the decider in this one. Who knows? On to the next one, number 5, Mira Mesa plays host to Otay Ranch. A couple times in this season, Bodie, Mira Mesa was this close only to then end up being this close. We thought that they could stand a chance against Helix. We thought yada, yada, yada. Like there was a couple of games where they were real hyped going into it, and then they didn't really show up. Playoffs are the ultimate that, like, they are a 5 seed. This is not all is lost. They should still have some hype and opportunity to follow through on it. But you just got to wonder in the back of your mind, when are they going to run into that next like true challenge? Is Otay Ranch that? Your thoughts?
Yeah, for me, Mira Mesa, I'm a little disappointed they didn't get a first round bye and that they're on the same side as Granite Hills, because I think they might just be the second best team in this whole bracket. I like them a lot. Most games they're going to have the best player on the field, and Makai Thompson, a dangerous weapon, and he's shown it in special teams as well this year with some punt returns. So I like Mira Mesa here, and I think I like them in the next round too. If they can play Granite in a semi, that's one I'll have circled down the road.
I'll hold you to that. We'll make sure that week you will be at that game and not dragged to wherever Cathedral is playing. Next, we got number 6, San Marcos, playing host to number 11, Valley Center. San Marcos, I'm assuming, is a competitive favorite in both this matchup and if they move on in the next matchup with Ramona. They had a pretty decent offensive showing from their passing game all season long, and I have no reason to think that they wouldn't be able to put that together, at least one playoff win with what will probably be 200 plus yards passing on that night. Bodie De Silva, your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of people may look at San Marcos and see that they're going to come in with 4 losses, 5 out of 6 in a row here. They've got a ton of talent offensively. It may be young, obviously quarterback's only a freshman, Crete Makahele, and really good sophomore standout receiver Jace Nix, but I think they get by in round 1. They were going up against a lot of Division I and open division teams in the Avocado League. was not always competitive in those games, which are tough for a really young team when you're going up that way. I think this is the right division for them to be in and make a run. And like you said, I would certainly I like them in round 1, and I would give them a chance against Ramona in round 2.
Our next game is Brawley Mount Carmel. The Mount Carmel Sun Devils traveling out to Brawley. This one, you try to look at common opponents. It definitely was a bigger loss to Central for Mount Carmel. Mount Carmel, though, you look at their win losses, and there's football being football. That Rancho Bernardo game could have gone the other way. Del Norte is a tough team, but that could have gone the other way. Poway, all right, you're going to lose to Poway. So I think this one is going to be maybe the closest of all these first round matchups. But I'm not opposed to going with Mount Carmel on this one. Bodie De Silva, your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree with you here. I think if it were a home game for Mount Carmel, I would be willing to pick them. But with the travel out there, I'll lean Brawley in this way. Obviously, there's that head-to-head with Central, but for Mount Carmel, it was game 1 of the year. I'm willing to toss some things out that way. I think this is a really close game, probably within 3 to 7 points there, but I'm going to go Brawley at home.
Fair enough. That'll do it for our Division II coverage. Make sure you download the
I did a great job.
Hell yeah, Tommy, welcome back.
Yeah, really provided a lot of insight there.
His mic is fixed. The rest of the information that you need is on the SB Live Sports app. Make sure you download that so you can follow along with all the brackets and check out our other podcasts with other divisions.